Hi, I'm Jeremy Cook, and I'm the art director for Borderlands 2, and you're watching Platform32.
I'm starving! I want to eat your babies!
Son, this might sting a bit.
About 5 minutes before E3 closed its doors on the final day of the expo, I managed to grab a hurried interview with Jeremy Cook, the art director on Borderlands 2. We were both knackered and ready to go get drunk, and because of this I'm embarrassed to say I completely forgot I'd even recorded it. After laying hidden for over 2 months in the vault that is my external hard drive, I've finally unearthed it, and now you can watch this brand new but slightly out of date interview where I asked Jeremy to tell us what's new with Borderlands 2.
The big new thing is story for us. You know, we got a little bit dinged at the end of the game the first time around, and we wanted to have a big, awesome finish this time. And not only that, like all the missions, we wanted to pump those up with a ton of story, a ton of engaging experience for the player. You're not just collecting, 5 of these and 4 of those. You got really cool missions that are rich and diverse, defend missions and all sorts of cool stuff like that.
So, for those unfamiliar with the game, what is the main storyline and motivation for our intrepid bunch of Vault Hunters?
It's all about Handsome Jack. It's this guy who owns Hyperion Corporation. They're one of the weapon manufacturers. He's coming in, he puts his satellite up in front of the moon and building new cities and kind of paving everything, killing everyone in his path, and trying to find a new, bigger vault, and you as the Vault Hunters have to stop him.
Borderlands 2 is built to be played co-op, as was Borderlands 1. How similar will the co-op features be in this new game?
I mean, it's very similar to the last game, although we did make some great improvements there. One of the best ones is that you can just kind of one click from the main menu. All your friends show up in a friends list kind of thing, and so if someone is playing that you can just kind of scroll over to them, click once, and you're in their game. And even if they're playing a different level or a different mission, you're no longer excluded from joining them. We kind of fix things up under the hood so that you guys can play and have a good time.
The first game received a Guinness Award for the most amount of weapons in a video game, around 17 million in total. Will you be trying to break that record in Borderlands 2?
No one's actually done the math yet to see how many more, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot larger this time around. But of course, more guns really doesn't make the biggest difference, how much more is 20 million or 30 million. What it's about is, I think this time around, is how cool are the new guns you're finding, how different, how diverse are they. We really worked hard to differentiate our brands this time. We've got our high-tech brands, we've kind of got low-tech bandity brands, and everything in between, and each one kind of has its own gameplay, its own visual style. So I think when you find a gun, it's going to feel like there's 87 bazillion guns this time.
In the original Borderlands, most games had a specific modifier, be it fire, acid, or electricity. Will it be the same kind of deal here?
Those things exist, but I think what's new is that we now have these E-Tech parts that get added on. Part of our storyline is that after you open the vault, all this iridium started coming out of the ground, and the company started mining it up and using it for this high technology that changes the way the guns actually fire. So, you might have a sniper rifle that becomes a railgun, or a shotgun that behaves a bit like a BFG. So there's a ton of really cool new weapon behaviors that you're going to get. I think players will have a blast with.
Out of the bazillion guns available, do you have a particular favourite you like to use?
It really depends on the situation. If you're fighting robots, I always like to get a Torg, because the Torgs are all explosive, and it's great because the robots move really slow. So even though the projectiles are a little slower, you get these big blast damage off of it. If you're fighting, a boss monster, for example, though, you might want a sniper rifle that's going to deal huge critical hit damage to those large crit regions or something like that. So I think my favorite just totally depends on the situation.
So what would you say is the biggest, bestest improvement made over the original game?
I mean, it has to be the story. I know I talked about it before, but I think that's what brings it all together. It makes, the experience more engaging and more rich, and you're not just kind of doing a task list. You're really having a great experience, and that's what Borderlands is about, just sort of having fun.
Awesome, thanks Jeremy. I'm sure, like me, most people felt proper let down by the ending of the original game, but rest assured, from everything I've seen so far, we are in for a real treat with the storyline on this game, thanks to the new mission structures and the larger-than-life characters like Claptrap, Tiny Tina and Handsome Jack. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're looking for more Borderlands 2 info. I'm off to Gamescom next week, where I'll be getting another hands-on with the game and getting another exclusive interview. So if you have anything you desperately need to know, write your question in the comments below and I'll try to get it answered for you. Plus, I'll try my best not to leave it for 2 months before I upload the video. Oh, naughty me.
Could I have a refund, please? This gun doesn't seem to work.
I don't know.
Ah!
Looks like it works to me.